Imagine creating a book that you really love to create and making a lot of money on that book. Now that's a dream position for a lot of KDP sellers, and in this video I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. I've done it several times, by the way. Hey, my name's Jace Perry. I show you how to create books on KDP that sells. Okay, so let's just say now you've got, how do you determine like what the subject to do it on? All right, we need to split it up. It's two subjects here. One is the things you love, and then one is the things on KDP that make money. And we need to kind of put a marriage between these two, tie them up together nicely. Okay. The first thing you need to do is just make a list of all the things you love. Now, when I say that, I mean like stuff that you don't mind creating a book on, that you would create a book for free on this subject, on this topic. You know, it could be that it's something you love talking about. It could be like something you want to help others with, some sort of pain you've gone through. But whatever it is, just make a list of all your things that you would love to do. So if I said to you, you had to create this book today, and it's not going to make any money, you're just going to create it, you wouldn't have a problem with that, okay? That's the book you want to do, all right? That's the book close to your heart. That's the things you love. Now, it's very, very simple to tie that into money. Then we look at the niches that have money in them, and we bring them in together. So let's do that right now. So I hope you've made your list of things you love. You might not have the list of niches, but you've got an idea for what you love, all right? I'm just going to quickly go here. I'm going to go to my niche list, actually. This is a list of hot niches that I've made recently. It's my niche starter pack. Okay, these are all niches that have a lot of money in them. Okay, and I've put on here high profit. So I'm going to look for the high profit ones. And I think if I was smart enough, yes, I made subcat. Because here's one, retirement devotional for women. Now let's just say that you love golf. I'm trying to think of something that's completely different to this. So all we're going to do is I'm just going to copy that. I'm going to go to ChatGPT and I'm going to say, I love writing and talking about golf and anything golf related. I want to combine this knowledge into the retirement devotional for women's niche. Very, very difficult. Like, I can't see this working, but let's just see what it comes up with. Give me 10 ideas for titles with a short description. Yeah, I just want to know what it's going to do on how I can do this. You never know, all right? I mean, one thing, I think there's more men golf players than women, so it's already tough. But let's just see what it comes up with. Golf and retirement devotional ideas for women. Fairways and Faith, a devotional for women starting a new chapter. And it's basically retirement. New angle is golf. She walks by faith, not by school. Okay, tea time with God. That's an interesting title though, isn't it? But you can see what I'm doing here. Sand traps thing. I think the first one was better. So you could go after just retired women that play golf. Because let's just ask ChatGPT, how many retired women play golf in US? So it will give us an idea. There are 28.1 million golfers in US, around 28% of women. So 7.8 million female golfers retired. So zooming out, retired. So about 5.4 million golfers are 65 plus retired. So realistic range 1.2 to 1.8 retired women are golfers in US. That's a big enough market, but it's also quite niche. I'm just going to go into Amazon now and I'm going to put in golf book for retired women just to see if there's anything selling. I know there's a lot of retired women gifts like this. officially retired. Nothing specifically with women. But here's the thing, right? We know that there is a market for women. We know that there is a market. There's books. Okay, we know that there are women that play, retired women that play golf. We know that retirement devotional for women is selling. So we would position ourselves as a retirement devotional for women that love golf. Now, this sounds crazy because obviously this is a big spectrum, but I'm just using this example to prove my point. The point is, you love golf. You don't mind writing about golf. You do it for free. We're just combining it in the best way we can into where there is money. Okay? Because the idea, here's the thing. This is how you make money on KDP. Okay? There's time and there's money. Now, we can all agree that the longer you're in KDP, providing you're publishing books, right, eventually your money will go up with time. It's just by default, you're publishing more and more books, right? Now, if we're doing it in something we love, okay, and because we love doing these books, and we're just going to keep doing them, not only will you probably do more books than someone that's just doing books to make money, because you actually love creating them, but your books will be good because you love creating them. And that right there, if you love doing something, that the ability to create good books is almost like you just do it because you love doing it. Whereas if I was to do a book in golf now, and I know golf's not my thing, and I'm just doing it to make money, it's going to be a struggle for me. Whereas if you love golf, you're just going to do it because you love doing it, okay? So it will look more like this, your curve, okay? So it's these little things that when you integrate them into KDP make all the difference, because now at the moment people are just creating books on AI, right? It's lacking the heart, okay? It's just purely a money grab. A lot of them are just money grabs, like notebooks, color books, trivia books, okay? What I teach is try and integrate something in there from yourself, because guys that buy books on Amazon, if you just scroll like Amazon Facebook groups, you see people are starting to hate on AI. Right? Now, I'm not completely against AI, but I think it should be used as a tool. I think you should take knowledge that you have and you love, integrate that into a book that's useful for a customer using AI, and that customer will find it valuable, because if that customer loves golf and you start your book with a real golf story that you've gone through, they will appreciate that a lot more than some AI slop. Okay, so you see what I mean? This is how you tie your love and passion into a money niche. It needs to be tied into where there's money, but you can literally go wild with creativity. That was just one example, and that was a crazy example. You might actually find that there's demand for your niche. I had an email recently from a guy that he loves writing thriller books. Now, I had a look at thriller books. Thriller books is a very hard niche to crack because there's a lot of writers, a lot of good writers. People that write books like that, typically they build a brand. You know, you got the higher level guys like the guys that write the big horror stories. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I forgot his name. The guy that wrote Shawshank, the guy that wrote Misery. It will come to me in a minute. The biggest horror, right? Guys like that, they produce one or two books, they build a brand, and all the fans come to them. So you're competing against guys like that, but building brands, right? So I said to him, use your ability to write like thriller and that sort of style writing. Bring it into a niche where there's a lot of money, like true crime puzzles. See, true crime puzzles is selling really well. True crime activity books. Now, I did a true crime activity book, but I'm not a thriller writer, so I didn't do any stories and integrate some sort of activity into that. Mine was bog standard puzzles, Sudoku, crosswords, that sort of thing. Now, if he was to bring his skills into that niche and start it off with like a short story where you have to work out who the killer is, like there's a book that's selling really well. Let me just find it real quick, and I'm sure that author will come back to me. True crime activity book. it will pop up here. But you can see all these books are selling at a decent price. Myrtle, that's it. I think Myrtle, if I remember correctly, it's a big brand, but they are like stories and puzzles combined. Okay, something that would be difficult for me because I'm not a very good writer. But this, you know, someone like the guy that contacted me that likes writing thriller, instead of trying to compete with a whole thriller book, look where the money is, bring your skills into there and leverage your skills like crazy. Because in this niche, true crime activity books, there's not, like, if you look at some of the bestsellers, there's not going to be people that could create, like, can actually write stories like, you know, like he might be able to write. So that's what I mean, guys. So let me just wrap this up now. So figure out what exactly it is that you would love writing about. You love it. You do it for free, okay? Then look for a way to position that to where there's money. And it doesn't matter if it sounds crazy. Just start doing it like that. I mean, the golf and the retirement gift for women's a bit nuts, but you could just bring it a little bit more aligned. Like retirement gift for men now. Trivia for men with golf stories or things like that. Okay, places where there's money, bring your knowledge over there, as opposed to just staying with your knowledge and trying to make money that way. It's a lot more harder. Bring your knowledge, integrate it where the money is, and then when you can do that, that's when you can create books that you love creating and make a lot of money for it. Okay, this is the sort of niche positioning that I teach in my course. If you want to see it in more detail, I'll leave the link below. Subscribe for more videos like this. Like I said, I teach people how to create books on KDP that sell. I'll see you in the next video.